I can't think of any franchise celebrated as much as Star Wars.
As a diehard Star Wars fan, I was very excited for Star Wars Outlaws.
Making Star Wars open world games is the next level of difficulty.
I think there will be a portion of people that just see this as another mediocre Ubisoft game.
It's just the same game I have experienced so many times already from Ubisoft. I'm just so bored of it.
When a big company and a big IP get together, that immediately sets some big expectations, particularly for how the game is going to look, how the animations are going to look, how the story is going to be delivered, how the gameplay is going to be. Wow. Really? Girl, I can see where my laser invaded your brain pan. I feel like in this game, there's some parts of it that really hit a home run.
Hang on to me, Nix. We gotta climb.
What? Okay. Damn, girl. All right. I really like the setting. I like the environments. I like the speeder. I like the elements of this that make it feel incredibly immersive. And that's awesome. For me, unfortunately, though, there are some downsides that are going to hit me pretty hard. Like, for instance, one of the reasons I would play a game like this is specifically for the characters and story. And I feel like the animations, particularly of how well voiced the main character is, are not the same level as the other parts in the game.
Come on. I just need my data spike fixed.
I
have to admit, it's a bit concerning seeing how much they're focusing on the cinematography and the presentation of the characters with the quality of the lip syncing. And that, plus the more kind of on-rails gameplay, that makes me personally less invested to see where the story goes and to continue exploring the character. I think for some people it's going to be fine, but I am somebody who, like we talked about earlier, I tend to even subconsciously set large expectations for games like this. Anti-suckiness. That's a word that I came up with. And what anti-suckiness is, this works for all things in life, but it's for games mostly. Anti-suckiness is when you're anticipating something so much that things you normally like suck. That's kind of where we are with this. I think that Star Wars fans that want to run around in the Star Wars world will get that with this game. I mean, the setting is cool. The character is clearly like super well voiced. The voice actor's just killing it. But yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of good for a lot of people. Now, the next inevitable question is, if you are not a Star Wars fan, like, what would you think about this game? And that's where you would need to start having the discussion on quality. The stick only has 2 modes. There's like a run and there's a walk, but there's nothing in between them. There's no like gradual increase in speed. Like you're either walking or then the second you push too hard, you're running. Which is, normally that's how you feel on keyboard, not on controller. That's a little strange. If I'll continue it, I'll say right now is a maybe. I will say that I'm not hooked enough in the story to really want to see where it goes. And unfortunately with the animation delivery, I'm not entirely sure I would want to get there if I took the journey. So I don't quite know. Also, the gameplay wasn't quite engaging enough for me. Like, I did like the little pet. The pet stuff was fun. Pet.
Hey, you.
Oh.
Bang, bang.
But it didn't really, funny enough, like some other stuff we've done recently, I feel like it's trying to do something again, but its own flavor doesn't really seem to be there. And yeah. But anyway, that's where we are. For people asking me, do I think it's worth the money? I can't answer that for you, because a big part on if it's worth the money is how many enjoyable hours I get out of it, and I would have to finish it for that. So there's no way that I can answer that for you. I will say that I think that this game is going to be absolutely fine for a lot of people. It's not a bad game. At least the parts that I played were not like, it ran well, it was pretty, the setting was cool. Like, that part was good. But yeah, I would say there's definitely some parts that can use a little more oomph, for sure. But anyway, as always, I hope that the last 2 hours of this stream gave you the tools and information to make your own decision. It's because a lot of times me and you are analyzing this stuff, and we're getting all the info we can to make the best decisions that we can, because the best decisions we get are the ones that are the most informed. So that's why we do this.